Hi, Gemini. I'm G1 Writer with G1 Insights. Yep, it's December. One of my favorite months. Duh. Anyway, happy holidays to you if you celebrate. This message is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Gemini. This is your life and love energy for December 2022. We have so much to talk about, so I'm not going to hold you. Um, I just want to jump into it, okay? All right, so we got a lot of crazy energy here, all right? So, because I poured about like three or four different decks, and I wanted to give you guys a full blown insight of a reading. So, I really hope that this comes out the way that I expect or the way that I would like it to. All right. So, look at this, guys. You got the star energy. I love this because it's like you're coming into the month really positive, really strong, very positive attitude, positive mindset, harmonizing, coming together, bringing people together, which is what you guys normally do best anyway, right? There's a lot of love here, a lot of prosperity, increase in your income. But I felt a similar energy too in the month of November for you. Um, I just feel like this month is even more crazy because we do have a full moon in your zodiac sign around the 8th or 7th, I think. Just give or take, right? About 7 or 8. Depending on where you are, of course, in the world, depending on when exactly what time everything will happen. But we do have a full moon in Gemini approaching us. And then later on in the month, of course, we have the new moon in Capricorn. Then we have Mercury retrograde. And so, yes, this is the reason for me pulling all of these decks together, okay? Because I want to break everything down. But like I said, that star energy is giving me happy vibes, like positive vibes. I'm happy. I'm socializing. Um, it's like you guys are just harmonizing. Like that's just the best way for me to put it, really. When I see the star energy, it actually reminds me, ironically, it reminds me of the Aquarian energy. I could be wrong, but that's what it reminds me of, right? But it says here, make positive and optimistic long-term plans. That means get ready for a shift that's about to change your life. Okay, so many things have been taking place in the last year or two, and it's like this is like the beginning to a whole new you. Like 2023 in general is going to be insane for Geminis, right? But it starts now. This is why back in November I kept trying to tell everybody, yo, do you, do you, do you, because I know December is going to be so powerful and we got to be focused. Like, fuck the distractions. You feel me? Like, we have to be focused. All that other unnecessary that chit chatter, things that don't matter. Like if it ain't about your money, it ain't about nothing. If it ain't about your family, close friends, or something dealing with your health or your home matters, the hell with all of that. Like you don't have time to invest your energy into nothing else but you. And I know it sounds selfish, and to most people it's like, wow, that's crazy. Like Geminis already act like this and they act like that. Everybody got they thing to say about you, but the thing is, they don't, it's very rare. Like Geminis are naturally very bubbly at heart anyway. Like you guys naturally love to just be around good energy, period, right? But I think there's an increase that's going to happen for you socially. There's going to be a huge increase when it happens. But it's like your powers of attraction are strong. It's really intense, and you're being more interactive and very well connected. I'm talking about networking, getting, socializing more, getting your stuff together, getting your home together. And I'm not even talking about your physical home. I'm talking about like your heart, getting yourself together, right? But this can also be a time of reaffirmation, like reaffirming some type of project or a commitment to a project, right? Recommitment or reaffirming a commitment to a particular plan or a project or a particular path. Something definitely regarding relationships, because love is very strong here as well for you. Now I did pull some archangel cards as well, and I see nurture, I see outdoors, I see gentleness. So you definitely want to take some time to breathe, honey. Look at that, Archangel Raphael showed up and showed out, baby. Take several, Gemini, take several deep breaths, my love, because it's like where you are going, there's no place for distraction. Where you are heading, there's no place for negativity, all right? It says, take several deep breaths, exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. Because there's a thing here with Mercury energy this season. Because we have Mercury retrograding at the end of the month, believe it or not, it can still have an effect on some of us. Like for instance, you can have um like for instance, you can have Gemini, you could be a Gemini, but then maybe your Mercury is like in Libra, or maybe your Mercury energy is like in Sagittarius, for example. Maybe it's in your sign, Gemini, right? The thing here is Mercury rules communication, and when it's backing up, when it's going backwards, because that's what retrograding is, it's like it's moving backwards. So it's like communication gets screwed up, technology can even mess up. There can be some confrontations, just mildly though, right? But depending on where your Mercury is, like if you're, or where your Mars is too, because that's all about action. But Mercury is like, listen, if you're feeling really bold about something and you're feeling very strongly and intense about something and you just want to voice your opinion about something, Mercury retrograde can have those words come out so wrong and something can backfire. So we have to be very cautious about how we project during a month where Mercury is retrograding. We have to just be careful, okay? Now, again, there's a full moon in your sign the first week of December. So, again, you're coming in really strong, but by the end of the first week of December, there's like this more emotionally charged energy that is taking place for you, more usual, because more usual in your sign more than others, because hello is your full moon, right? So it's going to affect you more, unless of course if I'm another sign and I have my moon sign in Gemini, then yeah, I will be affected as well. So that's why I say this reading is for the sun, moon, rising, and Venus and Gemini, because it's going to affect you. All right. Watch out for even how people are projecting onto you, okay? It comes like this season, it literally comes at a highly relationship focused time with strong activity in your partnership sector of your solar chart, right? After all, just even recognizing feelings and needs are essential, not essential, essential, sorry. um it's essential, it's a very essential process. And as you explore your different partnership and dependencies and your relationship needs, this is going to really open your mind in such a huge way. And maybe that's why Archangel Raphael was saying, listen, breathe, okay? Guys, you also got the Hermit energy. You also got the Nurture card. So there's definitely a need here for some quiet time, spending more time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self discovery. A lot of you get like this every winter anyway, so I'm not surprised that these type of energies came out for you. But it does says nurture. This nurture energy is really standing out to me for you because I feel like because you are always so social and you are coming in a month so strong with that harmonizing energy, maybe you do need to kind of take a back seat and reflect on you a bit more. It's not to say that you're being mean or you're trying to push people away. You just need a moment for you, and people that love and know you will be totally okay with that. All right. But it says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important right now. For those of you that have children, try to be more patient with your children. For those of you who have grandkids, could be raising your grandkids, pay attention to them. Or this could be saying, pay attention to that inner child that's within you. Gemini, so this is very, very powerful. Between the nurture energy, breathe, and gentleness, this energy alone was like, wow, this is so strong. Like Gemini is really need to take out some time for themselves. And with the Hermit energy, this is definitely some spiritual growth or some spiritual awakening that is happening for you at this time. Then, I mean, as far as your career is concerned, you're doing great. You're even reevaluating that as well. I even see that with the Seven of Pentacles, well, the Seven of Earth, but in the traditional tarot deck is the Seven of Pentacles. So it's talking about seeds being well planted, a temporary pause in action. So pay attention to like that third or fourth week of December. This is why I was trying to push everybody to just do their thing in November, because it's going to be kind of tough for some to organize their finances, to save, to build, to capitalize on their wealth, to do anything, to invest. It's going to be a challenging time. The one thing I always try to encourage people is to not sign contracts during Mercury retrograde. Don't sign contracts. You should not move during Mercury retrograde, especially if it's not like an emergency. Don't do it. If it's a must that you move, or if it's a must that you sign that contract, make sure that you are reading every single thing. Cross your T's, dot your I's. You cannot ever be more sure than this month, because I'm telling you, the contracts that you sign, where you move, this is what you got to be dealing with all throughout 2023. Are you following me? Like, this is so important. Like, you guys have no idea. This is so important that you guys are taking time out for yourself to plan ahead. Okay, don't worry. I know if it is some type of hiccup that is approaching by mid-December, it's okay. Maybe you missed the day of work. Maybe you thought that you was gonna get paid a certain amount of money and you didn't, or you won't, right? Because it's like we're not even really in December yet. Well, not for me, but by the time you guys get this video, we will be in December, right? But so just kind of watch your finances. Like, try not to be too impulsive. Don't overly spend. Like, if you know you can get something for $40, it's like, why spend 90? You get what I'm saying? It's like, why do that to myself? Why do that? Don't overly spend. Don't overexert yourself. Don't work too hard. Don't sign no contracts. If I feel like, don't even get married. As a matter of fact, like, don't even get married. Don't divorce. This is not the time for that. You want to make, like, you can start the process, like maybe do some research or something, but I would not encourage you guys to, because all of these things involve contracts. You get what I'm saying? Like, follow me. Like, yeah, like, don't do that to yourself. And Geminis can be very impulsive. Do not rush to make that purchase. Make sure you do your research, all right? Now, when it comes to transportation, that is also a highlight, because Mercury also rules technology, transportation, communication, those type of things. So again, this full moon is going to present a lot of built up anger and frustration, and it will, and it's possible that it comes to a head, blowing up. Again, watch out for that projection, what you're projecting to people or what they're projecting onto you. People may be reacting to your sporadic assertiveness. Again, if you're going to be sporadic, cool. But watch out who you're doing it towards, because there can be a lot of sensitive energies out there and you don't want to offend the wrong people. Okay? It's best to release these frustrations in a healthy way. Again, watch out for those projections. Be willing to implement needed changes in your life. If you know you need to take out some time or take a week off from work, if you can afford to do so, honey, I suggest that you highly do that. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments, because you are also going to be very sensitive, especially the first week of December. So watch out for that. This is Archangel Sanaphon, and this energy is very strong. I'm telling you guys, when I saw gentleness, I saw breathing, I saw nurture, plus with the Hermit, I was like, oh yeah, Geminis are not playing this season, okay? Um, but guys, I could talk about your finances and all that stuff, and I think I did, but I can elaborate later on in the month if you would like me to, but I want to get to these love cards before we run out of time, okay? Now, I did these beautiful love cards that I have. I haven't used them in a while, but I love them. All right. One says transformation. For me, that was all I needed to hear. I already knew by just simply looking at your life and love energy. I already knew there was going to be a sense of transformation in your cards, in your love cards. But the thing here is, I feel like a lot of you could be going through nostalgia, because I see transformation and it's talking about, it says, your relationship with one another is about to deepen, because love conquers and transforms all things. Love is not envious. Love does not is not hate. Love is not being overly love is not controlling at all. Love says, go about your business. I love you anyway. I know you will always come back to me. That's what love is. It's like, I'm gonna let you go, but I know it's love, so I know you coming back. That's what real love looks like, right? But what I love even more is this. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joy full, okay? You deserve to feel joyful. So you need to, again, there's that energy of surrounding yourself around positive energy, surrounding yourself with people that are gentle people, situations, or environments. I also saw back on one of your other cards where it says outdoors. If you guys are single and looking for love, maybe that is where you'll find your soulmate, honey. Go outside, get some fresh air, breathe, connect with Mother Nature, right? Relieve stress and gain new creative ideas, because again, you are very sensitive at this time, especially the first 2 weeks of December. But I'm telling you now, combined with your love cards, you are going to have one heck of a season. And I'm talking about spiritual growth, emotional growth. Okay, this is even a physical thing. Like, this is, like, I'm evolving at a level that not even I can understand. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is gonna be you telling yourself this. Like, I feel like I'm going places, but I gotta go places with all the right people at the right time, at the right place. Like, I cannot surround myself with negative stuff right now, right? You also got the fall energy. Now, this is another beautiful deck that I love because it's saying changes in the air. Again, we had that transformation energy when it comes to love. So I feel like a lot of you are either going to be reconciling, getting back with an ex, or just simply even thinking or learning a lesson from a relationship that you have had with someone that you deeply cared for. You could be thinking about just a simply loved one. It doesn't even have to be romantic. It can be family. It can be close friends, right? But for some of you, a great hands of you, this is definitely an ex coming back into your life, which is another good blessing from Mercury going retrograde. It has a tendency to bring shit up from the past, bring people from the past, bring relationships from the past, old scars from the past, things that you don't even want to think about, that you don't really care to think about. Here go Mercury saying hello, and your ass would probably be saying goodbye. But if you really miss this person, you probably will be saying hello again, right? But it says memories, nostalgia, repetition, attachment, reliving the past and letting it go, right? Again, teamed up with the hermit energy, with outdoors and being gentle. It's like all of your cards are literally in sync with each other. Like, I can't even get a good photo of it because, like I said, I use like 4 different decks. So my heart is like, wow, this is beautiful. I want to capture it all, right? And then look at this last love energy, guys. It said, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and it gives. See, this is the art of allowing, right? Like, that is why I do love, because it really do have you on a pedestal of just a whole new understanding of life, right? Like, it just transforms, it conquers. That's what this energy is saying to you. So, if you had to let somebody go back in the past, cool. They could be returning, maybe last fall, or maybe just recently in a fall. Maybe somebody walked away. Maybe you had to give up on someone or a relationship temporarily until you could get yourself together. And this is the time when you could say, I'm back, full blown mode. I'm working on myself. I have so much going on and I'm focused. And I love that for you, Gemini. Like, some of you are even thinking about really increasing your income. Some of you could be taking on another job or another gig, or just getting extra work. How's that, right? Not that you want to overwork yourself, but you do need the extra money. So it's like, hey, I can work on the weekends, right? Like, that type of thing. But transformation is definitely on the horizon. And we see that with the star energy. We see that with the Seven of Pentacles, because the Seven of Earth is talking about working towards, right? I mean, just to wrap it up, like, that's what the Seven of Earth is working towards building on your capital, building your wealth, networking, socializing, getting better, growth. That's what the Seven of Earth means to me. It's talking about growth. All right. So with the Hermit energy, that spiritual energy and nurture, breathe, and gentleness, and transformation in your love energy, you're not going to tell me that Geminis are not ready for growth, honey. Like, you guys are expanding your knowledge, you're expanding your love, you're expanding your mindset. You are growing so much. And there's going to be people who don't even know this new you because they're so used to the old you and you tripping that you showing this new you. They're going to be so shocked. They're going to be like, and you're going to be like, I didn't totally stepped my game up. Watch out. Gemini, I love you, sweetie, but I gotta go. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you. And stay tuned because I got so much more to share. Okay? Love you guys, and Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to those of you that celebrate. Be good.